I made 1.2k with only 15 subscribers, and the reason I was able to generate this much revenue with such a small audience wasn't because I went viral, wasn't because I had the most expensive equipment, and it definitely wasn't because I posted 50 times a month. It was simply by using YouTube the right way, the way that actually generates revenue and not just views. So in this video I'm going to be showing you exactly how I made 1.2k with only 15 subscribers and how you can just copy and paste this exact system so you can start doing the same. Let's get into it. So to show you even more proof, here's the payment, 1.2k. As you can see the date, 7th of January, January the 1st. Here you can see the dates. This is 2026, 1.2k, just to know that everything is real. Again, here's my channel, 15 subscribers. You can see how I was able to make it. Now that you know that everything is real, I want to start off with the exact funnel that I used to be able to generate this amount of money. What I do right now for client acquisition, generating leads, and then getting them into the funnel is first Instagram content, you have X content, Twitter content, I don't know how you want to call it, and then I have outreach. So these are my three main methods of actually getting leads. And the whole idea is through all my outreach and content, I funnel all the traffic to my YouTube channel. So that way, when I outreach to people, I just let them know I have a YouTube channel. I share my case studies, my videos, so they actually know what my process and systems look like. And that way, when I funnel them to my YouTube channel, they binge watch 3 to 4 my YouTube videos. And from there, I funnel them to my landing page. And after my landing page, if they want to work with me, they basically fill out the strategy call form. And then after that, we have our call. Super simple. This is my exact funnel that I'm using right now, and I'm getting pretty good results using it. We're also doing the same for our clients, but they do other kind of stuff like LinkedIn and paid ads, which at the time I'm not doing. So you can see how even a simple system or a funnel can even bring you a lot of money with YouTube just by using it the right way. So how I use YouTube is by using it as a nurturing mechanism, where the whole idea is to funnel all my top of the funnel traffic to my YouTube channel, where I basically make content for super high intent leads. And the whole idea is to get them nurtured and educated on my exact systems. So now that we know the exact funnel that I'm using, let's move on to the exact type of videos I'm making so I can make this possible. Now I want to make sure I clarify this and I mention it throughout the whole video that views doesn't equal money. On YouTube, this isn't the case. Views are not equal. YouTube, compared to short form, there is like a day and night difference. Make sure you remember this. 200 views on YouTube isn't the same as 200 on short form content. Make sure you remember this. Now, first of all, how I generate traffic to my channel is by creating top of the funnel content. This content is going to be a broader content, which is going to be appealing to a broad type of audience, which is basically a bigger total addressable market. Now, how they look are most of the time these videos are your step-by-step videos where you solve a specific problem that your ICP is facing every single day. So the first videos that I did was how to come up with YouTube ideas that close high-ticket clients. Super simple video, but if I actually change the messaging of the video, you'll notice how from broader, I would go even broader to like appeal to a bigger audience by just getting rid of this sentence. How to come up with YouTube ideas. This is going to be appealing to a broader audience because I'm not mentioning business owners or let's say realtors or whatever, right? I'm not speaking to one type of people, like one group of people. But if you leave the last sentence, it's going to be looking like how to come up with YouTube video ideas that close high ticket clients. Now I'm talking about business owners that want to close high ticket clients through YouTube. You can see how I'm changing the messaging and it's going to be appealing to a bigger audience. And as you can see, it has 130 views, nothing much, but again, views doesn't equal money on YouTube. Then we have the second video, which is Alex Hermosi's advice on YouTube for business owners. Super simple. I'm leveraging Alex Hermosi's face to get a little bit traction on my YouTube channel. And again, you can see if we just get rid of this sentence, Alex Hermosi's advice on YouTube. You can see how I'm appealing to even broader, but I don't want to do that. I want to appeal to only business owners. So when we leave this sentence, you can see how I'm targeting my ideal client. Alex Hermosi's advice on YouTube for business owners. Again, I speak to only business owners, so this makes sense. Then we have the third video idea is how to make thumbnails that close high ticket clients. Again, super simple. I'm speaking to my ideal client and I'm changing the messaging from super broad to broad, but I'm talking to all business owners. Now, what exactly does the top of the funnel do is it just get eyeballs to our channel and funnel traffic to the middle and bottom of the funnel content. After that, we have the middle of the funnel content. Super simple. These kind of videos educate and nurture your audience. These videos basically break down your exact systems and processes, and that way people can trust you, which means that most of the time when someone trusts you, that means he's going to be buying from you. Don't hire an in-house video editor until you watch this video. You can see how I'm telling you not to do this instead, because I have experience doing it. The only 3 YouTube videos you need to generate leads. Again, I'm not telling you how to do something where in the top of the funnel, I'm telling you exactly how to do something. I'm telling you why you should be doing it. And then you have stop posting random videos, do this instead. Simple as that. And middle of the funnel videos build trust and nurture your leads, demonstrate your unique process and systems, and position you as the authority. Simple as that. And then we have finally where all the money will be made, which is going to be your bottom of the funnel content. The video that you're seeing on your screen was a case study where I broke down how I made 9K for one of my clients. So the whole idea with the bottom of the funnel is videos that are your case studies and client interviews. These are super niche down topics, and the whole idea is to show that your process that you mentioned in the middle of the funnel actually work. These videos are for super qualified and high intent leads that are basically on the fence working with you, and they just need that final push to see if you actually can deliver results. Now, prove that your systems and claims actually work. Show to prospects people that were in their exact situation a few months ago, and now they're living their dream. Again, the whole idea with these videos is to show how you took a client from point A to point B. For example, in the trading niche is going to be beginners that are making $0 with trading, and they basically want to make 10K a month. So if you can make a case study or get a client interview from a client that was basically zero, didn't know anything about trading, you basically made him able to make 10K a month with trading. You can see how powerful that is, and he's handling so many objections before even hopping on a call. I want to mention it finally, views doesn't equal money. These kind of videos, even with the 200 views, are super valuable, and they will be the money makers in your whole channel. Now that you know my exact funnel, the content that I'm making, we need to move on to, okay, how do I actually make these videos? But first, we need to break down who you're speaking to. Because if you don't know who you're speaking to, you won't be able to create your scripts, your ideas, your thumbnails and titles, which means that all your videos will not be making money. You need to understand who you're speaking to. Simple as that. You want to see common objections, limited beliefs, fears, motivators, desires, pain points, know your exact demographic and why people buy from you. And basically, if you get this information right, if you spend the needed time to actually come up with all this information, everything will become so much easier. I want to break down 2 different ICPs so you actually see how the messaging between those ICPs can change based on your demographic or your ICP in general. And based off each ICP, you will be able to create different packaging, titles, ideas, thumbnails, scripting, so that way it appeals to that audience. So the first ICP is going to be from 18 to 25 years old, sophistication level, medium to low, super easy. Demographic, teenagers who just finished high school and are looking to start their first online business. The messaging most of the time is going to be fast, easy, make money fast, make money online, escape the matrix, and so on. Then you want to see their desires, because this is super important. Their desire most of the time is just to escape the rat race, make 10K a month, spend money on cars, watches, etc. You get the point. The fast life, that's it. And then you want to move on to the second ICP, which is going to be age from 25 to 40. Sophistication level is going to be medium to low. Most of them have some kind of education, not high school, but kind of a more sophisticated level of education, college, university, you name it. Then we have the demographic, which is going to be a 9-to-5er looking to make some money on the side to pay rent or have extra cash for his family. The messaging most of the time is going to be a little bit more sophisticated. Like you want to use words like wealthy, feed your family, complicated, sophisticated is a good word. You need to start using those words so your messaging actually appeals to your ideal client. And when you see it this way, it's just like direct copy for your ads, right? You need to have the right copy so your ads actually generate revenue. The same thing is with YouTube. Then you want to see their desires, start a side business, spend more time with their family, provide for their family. As you can see, their main goal is to actually provide for the family. So if you actually start using this kind of logic in your videos, you see how much easier it's going to be coming up with ideas, writing the scripts, making the thumbnails and titles. Super easy. If you actually switch the messaging between those ICPs, you won't be able to get the same result because ICP1 is looking for make money fast, start their first business, and just don't go to high school, where the second one is more about providing for the family. You can see how big the difference is. By the way, if you want us to build this entire system for your business so you can start generating qualified sales calls from YouTube, and the only thing that you need to do is just record videos for 30 minutes and you'll handle the rest. If you're interested, click the first link in the description to book a call with me. But before you do that, let me show you exactly how I come up with video ideas that actually convert. So the third step is to come up with video ideas. And you might be asking how I do that. So the first way to come up with video ideas, super simple, is look at your ideal customer. Think about yourself, what would he watch, what is he struggling daily, and how can you position your content to appeal to his pains, desires, fears, motivators. And again, all of this is possible by actually nailing down your ICP and your messaging. Now let's think about a struggle that your ICP is facing every single day. For me, super easy. I'm a content agency and I know that people are struggling with consistency, coming up with ideas, coming up with titles, hiring thumbnail designers and editors, and actually creating thumbnails. So you can see how on top of my head, I already have 5 different ideas on which I can make videos. Super simple is that you can just get it on the go. I want to give you a quick example is we did the same for one of our clients. So basically he's in the training niche and we noticed the desires for that demographic is going to be making 10K a month. Super easy. We know that their actually desire is to make 10K a month. That's it. And we also know that they're lazy, they just quit high school, they want to make money fast, and the easiest way to deliver that message is by saying the laziest, right? What is the laziest way and the easiest way to basically make money with trading? And we nailed the messaging, we already put 10K in the title and 10K in the thumbnail. This appeals to beginners because again, we put 0 to 10K and then you have us complete beginners. Simple is that when you nail your messaging, everything becomes so much easier. Then the second way is to transcribe 10 to 20 sales calls. And from there, you can see the most common objections. And for the most common ones, just create video ideas. Let's say my most common sales objections are, okay, I don't have time to do it. And you just mentioned the only thing that you need to do is just record videos and we handle the rest. Let's say you are not a creative person. What we do, we handle everything else for you, the thumbnails, the strategy, the ideation. So you actually can leave everything for us. You just need to record videos. You can see how easier that way is. Then you have the third type of way to create ideas is look at comments on Instagram, Twitter, ads, Facebook, or even your current YouTube videos. You notice how people are begging you for something, but you're not making this kind of content, which means that you're leaving money in your pipeline. And I would say one step further is going to be asking your community or mentorship students what they would like to see in your next videos. Again, an example with trading. Let's say some of your students are actually having problems with their mindset. They know how to handle the stress. You just make a video about mindset trading. That's it. Super easy. You get the demand and you just apply it. Basic business principles, supply and demand. You can use VidIQ to see competition, and from there you can see what type of videos you can make. And finally, I want to show you the most obvious way, which is going to be just looking at YouTube, because you're looking for YouTube videos, which means that you just need to open YouTube and look for inspiration. Now we're on YouTube, as you can see, super simple. You're flooded with videos and ideas. What you can do is, let's say my niche is trading, right? And I want to write how to start day trading. So when I type that, as you can see, I get flooded with video ideas. Simple as that. So the first way is to look at what your competition is doing, and from there you can get enough data to know what is working, what it isn't working in the niche, and how you can take inspiration. And I want to mention something, you don't want to copy anything. If you're copying something one-to-one, you need to make sure that it's at least 1% better in the packaging, in the messaging, in the script, in the editing. So you need to have that always on top of your mind. So as you can see, I want to mention it again. For our trading client, we noticed that more raw and more authentic and more raw type of thumbnails are working a lot more better. Now that we sorted it by videos, you can see how basically the packaging is kind of the same. His face, then a trading chart and some money in the thumbnail. You get the point, all of them are kind of the same and they're working, which means that we can take this and implement it into our thumbnails, but we try to make them different by total different things. So what you need to start looking at is the ratio between the views and the subscriber count. What I like to do is look for channels that have small subscriber count and high views on the video, which means that they did something insanely good, so the video actually performed. So as you can see, 2 million subscribers, 900K views. not that great. 400k, 40k views isn't that good. As you can see, that's like less than 10% than his subscriber count. Now we have something like this, 80k subscribers, close to 400k views. Now this is the perfect video where you can get the packaging, the messaging, and the thumbnail, the title, and you can just take it, put it into a Google spreadsheet, and take it as inspiration. Again, you want to take into consideration the audience fatigue, trust, and all that stuff. You don't want to look the same as everybody else. Keep that in mind. And you start looking, you want to see which videos are actually doing okay. This video is kind of okay, kind of the same, but it's a small channel, which says it's doing okay. Now this is a pretty bad video. As you can see, for 1 month, 3k views. The channel has 160k subscribers. Pretty bad. And now we actually found a gold mine. As you can see, this video has close to 90k views and the channel has 900 subscribers, which means that this is the perfect video to actually take inspiration from. You get the title, and then the whole idea is to get inspiration. Don't copy it. Look at the way he's looking at the camera, his facial expressions, the chart, and everything else. From there, you have an idea what is he doing, but this is kind of a challenge video. It doesn't matter. But now you have an idea what you can copy or take inspiration from and then implement it into your own channel. Another thing that you can do is get vidIQ and start looking at the competition. I don't like to look at the volume because I don't know how accurate it is, but the competition, I want to look at it and have an idea what kind of videos I want to make. So I don't want to go into a niche or a video topic that is too saturated where I won't be able to rank in any keywords. Again, the topic is 10 times more important than any editing style, thumbnail, or title. The topic is what will make the video viral or make you money. Now that we know the exact way to come up with video ideas, it's time to tell you how to package your videos. I want to give you some context about what exactly is packaging. So packaging is your title, thumbnail, and hook. I'm going to be breaking right now only the title and the thumbnail, and I won't be breaking the hook. I will break down the hook part in the scripting section of the video, which is the next step. Now, I won't be talking about nothing special about the same universal rules about thumbnails, like 3 to 5 words on the thumbnail, high contrast, 1 to 2 objects, you get the point. This is super simple, everybody has heard that. But what I will tell you is always think about what would appeal to your ideal avatar. Again, you get this information in the messaging part, where you actually craft your ideal avatar. You get what is going to be appealing to him, his desires, pains, motivators, and all that stuff. And you always need to think about how can I make my viewer create an open loop in his head, so that way he just wants to click on the video. Can you build enough curiosity with your thumbnail and title so that he clicks on the video? I want to give this as an example. One of our clients, again, the same video, we knew his ideal avatar wants to make 10k a month. He's just fresh out of high school. He wants to escape the matrix and so on. So we knew that 10k would appeal to him. We both put it in the thumbnail and the title. Then again, the laziest way, we made it super easy for beginners from zero. As a complete beginner, we basically nailed our messaging. So you know how to create your packaging. Let's move on to the scripting. So there's 2 main components to actually making a good script. First, correct packaging, a second, align messaging. I want to explain what exactly I mean by correct packaging. So correct packaging is, first, your packaging is going to be, again, thumbnail and title. The thumbnail and the title are selling your hook. Your hook is selling your body, and your body is selling your outro. Super simple. When you start thinking this way, you'll notice how much easier it is actually to think about the whole process. So it doesn't matter how good of a script you have, how good of a storyteller you are, and how much money you spend on equipment. If your packaging is not done right, it doesn't matter. That's why ideas, thumbnails, and titles are the most important part of a YouTube video. Without them, you won't have the correct messaging and packaging. Now, let me show you how we do the scripts. First, we only script the intro and the outro word for word. That way, we leave the body with bullet points, so that way you can actually show your expertise and knowledge throughout the video. So the hook is super simple. We use the proof, plan, and promise framework. Let me show you how it looks. In this video, I give you an example at the start. I made 1.2k with only 15 subscribers on YouTube. This is going to be your proof. Now, the reason I was able to generate this much revenue with such a small audience wasn't because I went viral, wasn't because I had the most expensive equipment, and it definitely wasn't because he posted 50 times a month. So in this part in the video, I'm pre-handling objections and limited beliefs, because I know most of my ICP is going to be thinking, okay, he went viral, he spent money on his equipment, or he posted 20 videos. It's not the case. The whole idea is in your intro, you want to mention for who this video is for, and you want to also pre-hand the objections. So this is a perfect way to do it. It's so simple, but not everyone is doing it. And then you have, so in this video, I'm going to be showing exactly what I did to make 1.2K from YouTube with only 50 subscribers. Now this is going to be your promise, your plan, I bet. This is your plan. You basically say what is going to be happening in the rest of the video. And at the end, you have the promise. So you can just copy and paste this exact system to do the same. This is your promise. This is how your video should be structured with great results with our clients. So you just implement it, and with time, you see how easy it is. Then the body. So the body is, again, it's just bullet points and sub-bullet points. That way it's a lot easier on your site. So you don't have to script out a whole video word for word, which is taking you a lot more time. This is why you're inconsistent and it's so much harder on your site. So I would just recommend using bullet points. Normally on our site, it takes like 1 hour to 20 minutes. And on top of that, you sound 10x more natural. Again, people buy from people that they trust and like. So keep that in mind. Also in the body, we put a 30% CTA. The whole idea here is to not hard pitch anybody. You just want to mention your coaching, mentorship community, or your done for you offer. So here's a quick example. I did that in the 30% mark of the video. By the way, if you want us to build this entire system for your business, so you can start generating qualified sales calls from YouTube, and the only thing that you need to do is just record videos for 30 minutes every week. And if you're interested, click the first link in the description to book a call with me. Super simple. I'm not hard pitching you or anything like that. I'm just mentioning my offer and what I have to offer you. And then you have the outro. Super simple. Keep it short and straight to the point. We don't want to drag it out. We don't want to have a 5-minute pitch. We want to just mention what we sell and just get to the next video. That's it. First, what you can do is have a small ask. What I mean by small ask is where leads doesn't have to call you, doesn't have to book a call. They just have to get their free asset, lead magnet, email list, or free training, which is going to be a lot smaller ask. The second option is to actually funnel them to your booking page, where this is a bigger ask for your audience. So keep that in mind. And what you need to create at the end is just allow viewers by opening an open up question to another video. So that's exactly how I made 1.2K with only 50 subscribers on YouTube using this system. And if you want us to build this exact system for your business and start generating qualified calls every single month from YouTube, while you only have to record for 30 minutes a week, click the first link in the description to book a call with me. And if you're still wondering whether YouTube is actually worth the time investment for the business in 2026, I made a full breakdown video on that. Click it on screen right now because it would answer every question you have about making YouTube work for your business in 2026.